but what is cybersecurity exactly and what can happen to me?
Yeah, it's our digital lives. We have our physical lives, right? Boots on the ground. And then you have your digital life, your online presence, your information in databases all over the place. We live in what we would call a database society. Our information isn't just on one database, it's on potentially thousands of databases. And all of your personal identifying information, your name, your address, your government numerical identifiers, whatever they might be, your bank account numbers and your credit card numbers, your passwords, all your information on the internet and databases in the cloud, front-facing web, public websites, and so on, is all up for grabs to a degree. And really, in the past 10, 15 years, by my estimates and others, there have been as much as 175 billion records compromised. That's a lot of information. It's, pretty much all of our data. And with that, they say that as much as 15 billion of those 75 billion records are passwords. So many of our passwords are out there on the dark web. So cybercrime essentially is our digital lives, all of our information out there, it being used against us. And then coupled with that, you have your snake oil salesmen. Remember them? Well, they've evolved quite a bit. And they've gone from selling snake oil to essentially what we call today socially engineering us. It's the modern day con. They trick us into believing that they are worthy of our trust. And they're really good at what they do. And so all those phone calls you get and emails you receive and text messages that you recognize as being scams, while there are many more that go out that you might not recognize that are scams, that when they do get through, that there's something about them that you connect with and you react to it, sometimes emotionally, and it results in financial loss.
Wow, it's actually much bigger than I thought because if you look at it, I have a password manager. I have my setup, I would say. But actually, if just my local bank gets hacked or, our broker where we have all our stocks and our money, it can happen to them and then I'm up for sale out there, right?
Well, here's the good news. Generally, I would say that the good guys are winning. The good guys are like the chief information security officers, the CTOs, the CIOs, those responsible for making sure that the lights are on, that the grid is up, that we have clean water, that the banking system, that our critical infrastructures are functioning. Okay. So the good guys are in fact winning, because if they weren't, Wall Street would be down, the NASDAQ would be down, the lights would be off. We wouldn't have clean running water, frankly. The bad actors want us to be miserable. They want us to be basically back in the 1800s, and they would come in guns blazing and take us all out. I mean, that's what the bad actors want, okay? All that being said, it's unlikely that your bank accounts, investment accounts would be compromised in such a way where your money would be liquidated. What's more likely is that you or I would be compromised in such a way where what goes on your device, the device that you're sitting in front of right now, gets compromised. That you may be using the same passcode across multiple accounts, and any one of those accounts gets compromised. Now the passcode for your email gets compromised. And once the bad guys are inside your email, now they can manipulate your investment accounts, because from email is where it all begins, right? Or they compromise your mobile phone account and they swap out your SIM card to their phone, which messes with your two-factor authentication. Okay. So if we're not engaged in the basics of security, then email, mobile phones, financial accounts, bank accounts then become vulnerable.